It kind of felt like it was showing me something.
Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In this video, we're diving deep into the ending of Death of a Unicorn, a film that, while darkly hilarious and brutal, leaves us with plenty of questions. Who survived the unicorn rampage? Why did the unicorns do what they did? And what does the ending really mean for Elliot, Ridley, and the unicorns themselves? Let's break down the film's conclusion and talk about all the theories surrounding it.
Sort of protrusion or a growth.
It's a fucking unicorn.
The road to the Leopold estate. The film follows a rather unusual road trip. Elliot, a father, and his daughter, Ridley, are traveling to the Leopold estate to meet with Elliot's wealthy employers. It's a seemingly typical journey, but things take a bizarre turn when they accidentally strike a unicorn with their car. Rather than leaving it behind, they bring the injured creature along, leading them into a world of cosmic powers and danger. As the unicorn's mysterious healing abilities come to light, things spiral out of control. The appearance of the unicorn's parents, dangerous creatures with otherworldly powers, sets off a bloody and chaotic series of events. By the end, most of the cast is dead, and we're left with only 3 survivors. But who are those survivors, and what happens to them in the end? What happened to Elliot and Ridley at the climax of the film? Elliot and Ridley are arrested after the unicorns wreak havoc on the Leopold estate. The police arrive, finding them as the only survivors and immediately take them into custody. They're likely charged with something to do with the deaths of the Leopold family and the massacre that ensued. However, just as the police car drives them away from the scene, the unicorns make their presence known once again. The unicorns catch up to the cop car, and there's a powerful moment where the creatures lock eyes with Elliot. It's ambiguous what happens next. The unicorns crash the police car, throwing it off the road. But are they trying to save Elliot and Ridley? Or are they finishing the job and ensuring that no one lives to tell the tale? It's a tricky question. On one hand, the unicorns have shown themselves to have a deep connection to Ridley. She's been bonded with the creatures from the start, almost as though she has a mystical link to them. Elliot, too, seems important to the unicorns. We saw them bring him back from the brink of death earlier in the film. So why would the unicorns try to kill them now? There's a chance they're not trying to harm Elliot and Ridley at all. Instead, it's possible that the unicorns are trying to help them escape the danger. After all, they saved Elliot's life once before by using their resurrection powers, so it would be strange for them to just turn on him now. The crash might be their way of freeing them from the grasp of the police, a chaotic but effective rescue. However, it's also possible that the unicorns see them as the last witnesses to their existence, and if they don't kill them now, their secret might be exposed to the world. There's a lot of ambiguity here, but considering the unicorn's complex bond with Ridley, it leans more toward the idea that they're trying to help, albeit in a dangerous and indirect way. Elliott's death and resurrection. One of the most pivotal moments in Death of a Unicorn is Elliott's death and subsequent resurrection. After surviving the initial onslaught and even managing to use the unicorn horn to lure one of the parent unicorns away, things take a deadly turn. Elliot discovers that Shepard, a key antagonist in the film, is using Ridley to try and capture the other unicorn parent. In the ensuing chaos, Elliot is fatally wounded by an arrow. Now, this could have been the end for him, but the unicorns have something else in store. After Shepard meets his end at the hooves of the unicorns, the creatures perform a remarkable act. They use their resurrection powers, pulling Elliot's body next to the baby unicorn and reattaching its horn. It's a surreal, metaphysical moment that ties back to the film's core theme. The unicorns are not just mythical creatures, but cosmic beings capable of bending life and death. For Elliot, this resurrection moment is key. It reveals the true scope of the unicorn's powers and their connection to the universe itself. Ridley, too, plays a crucial role in this event, as her bond with the unicorns seems to activate their cosmic healing. It's a profound moment, one that highlights the unicorns as more than just mystical creatures. They're connected to the very fabric of life and death. What happens to Elliot and Ridley after the unicorns crash the car? As the film ends with the crash of the police car, we're left with more questions than answers. The unicorns seem to vanish, retreating back into the shadows where they've always existed, far from human eyes. But what about Elliot and Ridley? They're likely to face serious consequences. The massacre at the Leopold estate leaves behind a trail of destruction. While Elliot and Ridley are the only known survivors, that doesn't mean they're free from the fallout. The authorities might place the blame on them, accusing them of being complicit in the deaths of the Leopold family and the other victims. Even if Griff, the sympathetic butler, comes to their defense, the truth about what really happened at the estate might remain obscured, and other powerful forces could begin hunting them. It's likely that the unicorns will remain a secret. The Leopold family's shady dealings with the unicorns will be swept under the rug, and the creatures will once again fade into myth and legend. Their existence will remain unknown to the public, and they'll be able to return to their home in the wilderness, protected from human interference. But for Elliot and Ridley, the aftermath may be much harder. They know the truth, and that truth could make them targets for those who seek to exploit the unicorn's powers. The fate of Griff, the Leopold family butler, is an interesting character. Played by Anthony Carrigan, Griff's role in the film is that of a reluctant accomplice who's been mistreated by the Leopold family for years. When the situation with the unicorns escalates, Griff finally breaks away from his duties and seeks to escape the estate. He does bond with Ridley, who understands his plight, and he's the only one who makes it out alive. At the end of the film, Griff is seen following behind the police car, presumably on his way to give his own statement about what happened at the Leopold estate. It's unclear what exactly happens to him after this. Given his earlier interactions with Ridley, it seems likely that Griff would vouch for them, helping them avoid any legal trouble. However, given the ambiguous nature of the ending, it's possible that Griff could also become a threat to the survivors if the unicorns see him as an obstacle. There's an air of uncertainty surrounding his fate, which adds to the overall mystery of the film. The unicorn's origin. The film doesn't provide a clear origin for the unicorns, leaving their true nature up for interpretation. However, we do get some hints throughout the story. The unicorn's horns seem to be a direct link to the greater cosmos, a metaphysical connection that transcends the physical world. Ridley's research into the creatures suggests that they're part of the natural world, a rare species that has existed for centuries. Despite humanity's attempts to capture or tame them in the past, the unicorns have managed to evade detection, fading into myth as humanity expanded into new territories. There's a suggestion that the unicorns are immortal, or at least have a near-eternal lifespan. This gives rise to the theory that there could be more unicorns out there, hidden away in untouched wildernesses, waiting for the world to forget about them. Their existence, while rare, is intertwined with the environment, meaning that their survival is crucial to maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Our nerdy thoughts. The ending of Death of a Unicorn leaves us with many unanswered questions, but that's part of what makes it so intriguing. The unicorns are no longer just mythical creatures, they are cosmic beings whose powers seem to transcend the boundaries of life, death, and time. As for Elliot and Ridley, their future is uncertain, and they might have just been caught in a bigger conflict, one between humans and these powerful, enigmatic creatures. Whether or not they face further danger, we know one thing for sure. The world of Death of a Unicorn is far from over. There's still much to explore, and the unicorns hidden away once more are waiting to be discovered again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Death of a Unicorn, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie explanations and analyses. What do you think about the ending? Do you think the unicorns were trying to help Elliot and Ridley? Let us know in the comments below.